First and foremost, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you people are. This is, of course, one of those black screen videos, so they're not going to get a lot of views. My channel on average doesn't get a lot of views anymore because, as I've told you guys before, I'm buried on YouTube. They don't like what I talk about. They'll still prompt up their little white boys and girls on YouTube, but they will not prompt me up or any other black person. They make sure you don't get the notifications, even if you're subscribed or click the bell. That's what they do. I'm going to talk briefly about this swirling bullshit once again because, as I said, there are channels out there that promote swirling, and I'm a channel out there that promotes black love, so I counter what they fucking do all the time. And this is going to be a very explicit video, and I'm making copies of this so I can have a classic archive of this, just in case somebody thinks they're going to flag this shit and get rid of it. It's not going to go anywhere because I'm going to make sure that all 12 of my channels that I've made have this, even if I have to hide the other 12. Just so I know what's on record and I can go back to it as a reaction video sometime in the future. Anyway, as you guys may or may not know, the swirling community is dying. It's failing. It's still out there. They're putting out these videos trying to make black women, swirl and think that white men are the greatest thing on earth. They're going to keep on doing that because that's what they get paid to do. That's where their money comes from. That's how they sell their books. Black men out there who are degrading black women are going to continue doing what they're doing because they make their money that way. Now, you may say in this video that I'm being a hypocrite by talking about certain people in a certain way, but you can go ahead and say what you want. That's fine. But the swirling whores and sluts out there, I said it, I don't give a fuck, I said it. The swirling whores and sluts out there on that particular platform are failing. They're out here making fun of black women who say they have black husbands. They think it's a joke, but when they talk about white men, all of a sudden it's not a joke anymore. It's a serious thing. They want to talk about how, it's detrimental to be, with a black man if you're a black woman. It's not going to get you anywhere. They always call it struggle. And as I've told you guys before, struggle exists everywhere. A lot of people are struggling now in this coronavirus situation because there are people that are in danger of getting evicted from their houses. There are people that don't have jobs right now. There are people that are trying to struggle to find a way to eat, pay bills. That's a struggle. So when these stupid bitches are out here talking about struggle love exists in every fucking relationship, whether it be black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. So they need to shut the fuck up because they obviously don't know what the fuck they're talking about. If they think that there is some sort of magical relationship where there is no struggle, there's no argument, there's no racism in this world, they have really lost their mind. And, at this point, we already know the swirlers are retarded because they can never defend what they do. They can never give you a great argument on about how they do what they do and why they do what they do. There's never a good argument for it. And I've seen on Brother Water Sniper's channel, really appreciative of him. I take no credit for him having his channel, even though he told me he started because of me. I don't take any credit. I like the fact that he did his own channel and he's growing. I'm very proud of him. Even one of his videos, he shows that there are black women out there that are telling other black women, just shut your fucking mouth if you're attracted to non-black men, especially white men. Just keep that shit to yourself. Because seriously, if you're a black man or a black woman that is attracted to someone of another race, especially the people who have begun the oppression on you years ago, many, many years ago, centuries ago, and they're still practicing it to this day, you have a serious issue in your brain that needs to be corrected. It needs to be corrective thinking. Because these swirlers want to brainwash you into believing everything bad about black people. Nothing good about black people. They make their videos off of taking everything that is negative about black people and reinforcing that to make you believe that there is no black person that's good for you. When it comes to men doing it, degrading black women and showing all the bad examples of our black women, and when it shows bad examples, when they show bad examples of black men in the swirling community. Now you can say the same thing that black people are doing when it comes to white people, especially with the racism, but I mean, we don't really have to try there. Majority of them are racist as fuck. This platform that you're on, that you're watching this video and many other videos on, that you have your own account on, is racist. They bury black people's channels and continue to promote white people's channels. I don't give a shit about them taking off somebody like I can't even think of that fucking guy right now because I don't even give a fuck about him. But all these conspiracy channels and all these so-called hateful channels, that's not doing anything for me or anybody else that's black. They said they were gonna help promote black content creators. They're not helping to promote anybody that's black. They're full of shit. And when they use the word bad actors, there's no such thing as bad actors except when you're in Hollywood. There are people that can't act and they do bad fucking movies. They got a bad script. They're a bad actor. In real life, we don't have bad actors. So that fucking word is retarded. It makes no fucking sense. Oh my God, I said retarded. Oh my God. Fuck you, don't care. All right? It's stupid. All the shit that people get offended about in this fucking world is retarded as hell. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's foolishness. And when black people actually complain about shit that does make sense and should be complained about, you call us crybabies. No, you're the crybabies. You're the crybabies out there. That's the reality of the situation. These people in the swirling community, men and women, especially the women right now, they ain't got nothing to talk about. They recycle shit. They recycle shit. I looked at Paris Milan because I like to watch my enemies and see what they do at times. Paris Milan hasn't done a video in over 2 weeks. The last video she did was about Megan Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot. They don't have anything to talk about. Everything on that girl's channel is bad about black men. It's some kind of negative shit about black men. Cynthia G, who people have told me, oh, she really doesn't hate black men. She's done nothing but talk about how black men choose white women, about how she's given up on black men. You know, she's not gonna fight for them anymore. Bitch, you ain't never fight for me. What the fuck are you talking about? You ain't never fight for me. This is the shit that makes me laugh. Some of these women out here, and there's no disrespect to the females out there that ride and die for black men, but a lot of these women who are talking about they ain't fight for shit. They sit behind a fucking camera and they talk about bullshit all day, okay? The real problems that are existing in the black community is that black men and black women need to start getting along more. Even though we got great relationships out here with many of us, don't let it be fooled and let people think that there are no good black relationships out here, because I've seen it firsthand in my life, and I'm sure you have as well. Not every fucking relationship in the black community is bad, as they want you to believe. But they will make you try to believe that you should be with anybody that's not black, because when they put on these television shows, they make sure that any black relationship is a very explosive one, as I said numerous times, and they'll put relationships of you being with people outside of your race as the relationship that could withstand the test of time. Bullshit. Doesn't really happen that way in real life. If you really want to get serious, how about start doing some television shows where these white men are killing these black women, and these black men are getting themselves in trouble being with these white women because they'll accuse them of being a rapist or something like that. But they're not going to go there, no. Because when reality comes into the situation, they're not going to put that out there on television. They're going to make sure that you get the fantasy story about the interracial relationship, because, oh, it's so beautiful. Suddenly, racism is over when you're in interracial. No, you're not ending racism when you're in interracial relationships at all. And I'm so happy that there are more people out here, even though the world will have you believe, some people will have you believe that there are more people accepting of interracial. No, they're not. That statistic is a lie. They're lying when they tell you that they accept interracial relationships. They do not accept it. And like I said earlier in this video, you have got to be out of your ever-loving mind, just like that woman, and some of those women said on that video that was on Water Sniper's channel. You should keep that shit to yourself. When black men would tell me when I was younger at work, and sometimes even nowadays, because some of them just don't get the fucking point, they don't get it at all, that they want a white girl, I'm walking away from them. And they're telling me, oh, you don't know what you're missing, man. You gotta at least fuck a white. Nah, I ain't gotta fuck nothing. No. I want a black woman. I want black children. I'm not racist for saying that. That's what I want. When I was a little kid, I was raised around black love, as I've told many of you before. I got into anime in my teenage years, in my 20s, and I started to like Japanese chicks. But one thing that never changed, I never stopped liking black women. And guess what? I never badmouthed them either. And I've only ever been on dates with black women. My first date was in 1994, and I took this black girl. I forgot who she was because it was such a long time ago. We went on a date at the movies to see the movie Above the Rim. I think a lot of you probably know what it is. Tupac was in it. Pretty decent movie, basketball movie. That was the first date I went on. It was a black girl, okay? So the majority of my dates that I went on were with black females. And I've always had a thing for my women because it's a natural thing. Nobody in this world, now or then, will ever tell me that it's wrong for me to be in love with black women, because they are my natural choice as a life partner. When I'm with a black woman, I create more black children. See, the society that we're in doesn't want us to create more black people. They want us to procreate with people that don't look like us so we can make a society that doesn't look like anybody anymore. A brand new society of biracial people. No disrespect to biracial people out there. But I'm not going to be a part of that. And the situation I hear that's going on in China trying to take over Africa. China's got themselves, got their hands in Jamaica. We got to put a stop to that shit. We have to put a stop to that shit. Because these people want to colonize the only place that we have left that black people exist with pure blood. Not this blood that you call from the race soldiers' blood, okay? It's pure blood of African people. We cannot let them colonize Africa at all. It has to stop. All those greedy ass politicians that are thinking about money and not thinking about their people and what the effect is going to be over there, they need to get kicked out of office. And I'm going to leave it at that, because what I really want to say, I'm not going to say on this video. But when it comes to this swirling shit, when it comes to this agenda of being a coon, you know, coons survive on YouTube because they have a white audience and they play to the white audience. They don't play to the black audience. They don't talk about social issues that affect black people, because if the moment that they talk about that, they're going to lose a chunk, and a heavy chunk at that, of their audience. I'm what I consider myself to be an underground YouTuber. If you guys were born in the 80s or 90s, you know they used to have these underground mixtapes that you could only get on the street from people and shit like that, or certain places that wouldn't sell them in stores. I feel like I'm that kind of chunk that you can only find certain ways if you look for it. Because I talk about shit that YouTube doesn't like, but I still follow the rules on YouTube. But even if you follow the rules on YouTube, they can still get rid of you. So I try to be as careful as possible, but I'm still going to say what the fuck I want to say. Because YouTube is full of shit, because they know they're full of shit. The views that I get are views that I do not deserve. I deserve to get way more views than what I'm getting, and I was getting it. But now, since they decided to take me out because I'm talking about stuff that they don't like, this is what they do, and they've been doing it to other people too. I don't want to hear any black YouTuber or any other YouTuber complain when they get 66,000 or 128K of views, and they were getting more than that. You still getting more than me. I can barely get 100 one fucking day, and I'm still doing this shit. And that is something I've never had to go through before on YouTube, because I used to get 1,000 views easy. Can't even get that no more because YouTube hides me. But this is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. When you talk like me, when you talk and love your fucking people, because I love my people 24/7, 365, okay? It doesn't end. When I get off this fucking video, I'm the same person that I was when I'm talking to you on this video. I don't believe in interracial dating. I don't fuck with those people like that. I don't trust those people. I know there are some people in my own goddamn community that want to take me out because they want to please their masters, okay? I'm not a slave. I'm not somebody that kisses your ass because you're a different color than me. I don't care. It doesn't work that way. I'm not the one. I don't come from the generation of ass kissers. I come from the generation of ass kickers. I'm sorry. That's just what I do. No white man puts fear in me. No black man or any other person from any other race puts any fear in me. You put a knife at me, you point a gun at me, you're just going to piss me off. And I know you may say that's bullshit, but no, to me, it's real. I'll just get fucking angry. Partially feel like this because this is my father's blood. He has this crazy ass blood, and I have his gene in me, unfortunately, that's crazy and psychotic like him. I just don't go out there and kill people. I'm not a murderer. But I'm glad to tell you, I want to get off topic here. I'm glad to tell you people that the swirling community is dying. Regardless of how many videos you keep seeing of these people coming out, regardless of how many videos they'll keep telling you about how black men do this and black men do that, a lot of black women ain't listening, and a lot of us black men ain't listening to these old ass clowns out here telling us to stay away from black women. Because if you tell yourself, as I said before, and I'm going to leave it at this, if you tell yourself to divest from your own people, there will be no more of your own people. The views for this video will probably only be 5 to 20 to 25 for one day, and it may go up to 40 the next day, and it may stay that way for months. But I'm not removing this video, and I'm making copies of this video right now, just so I can have it in my archive, because I'm gonna react to this video at a later date on another channel. Because I know when you talk about the truth, people don't like it. They like to flag it. They like to tell you, let me dislike your video because I hate you. Okay? You hate me then. I didn't say anything hateful in this video. I said everything that was facts in this video. And the black people that watch me know it's facts. I'm not a hateful person. I'm a loving person. It just so happens that I love my people more than anybody else. Okay? I'll talk to you soon.